మిత్రులారా, బంధువులారా, వనక్కము, స్వాగతము టు South Asia Maps. This is Education Channel, your presenter Dr. J. Reddy, Joggari Tirupati Reddy. Mitrana, we are continuing our Assam series, actually Assam Sylhet, that is the British Assam, colonial Assam series. We are talking about the Assam, the old districts, taluks, tehsils, part B. I have taken the southern part, that is the Meghalaya region, Sylhet region, Kachar region, and Karbi Anglong region, that is the Mikir hilly regions. And that is the Garo district, Khasi district, Jaintia district, and Kachar district, Sylhet, Sylhet district. And here I should have added the Mikir, Karbi Anglong district. And after this presentation, you will get a good clarity. మిత్రులారా, ఈ దినము మనము అస్సాము రాష్ట్రము యొక్క పాత జిల్లాలు, పాత తాలూకాల గురించి చక్కగా తెలుసుకుంటాం. These presentations are part of our Assam Sylhet series, colonial Assam series, the land of Rajarshi Shukapa. We completed the historical 7 district Tehsils, should be more, series, and part B here. All these presentations, Mitralara, I have posted at South Asia Maps J. Reddy, Education Channel, as of 2025 Ugadi time, that is the March 2025. There are more than 770 videos in 70 or so playlists. You can pick and choose your choice. Here I have highlighted the old districts and taluks and also certain important landmarks. Here I might not have mentioned the entire names to conserve the space, but I will here show you so that you will get I will expand this one and you can stop there and we'll visit again this one, so that if you miss any of those taluks or important other regions, you can come back and see how they are spelt, and because my pronunciation may be little different. We are talking about the southern part of Assam. We are covering the Garo hills, Khasi hills, Jaintia hills, that is the historic Meghalaya region, Meghalaya state today, and Kachar. We covered broadly also. This is the Mikir hilly regions, Karbi Anglong region, that is the Hamrin region, the western part and eastern part, and Sylhet, Srihatta, Sribhumi region. The systemization of the political knowledge in India started after the appointment of James Runnel, father of Indian geography, during British imperialism time, during Warren Hastings, the first Governor General of Bengal, that is de facto Governor General of India each time, and systemization of the political knowledge, geographical knowledge, and later formation of the districts, and all those I covered elsewhere and you can look at it. So this is the brief Assam formation after Treaty of Andover, the first Anglo-Burmese war during the time of Lord Ormhead. You can remember Burma, Brahmadesha, and B, that is the A, is Ormhead. That is the predecessor of Lord Bentinck. 26th Treaty, Andover Treaty with Burma, and these areas which are under Burmese occupation were handed over to British suzerainty. 1947 partition, Radcliffe Line formation, Dowkey Line in the eastern part, Barak Line or Surmar Line, and Jinjiram Line, that is the Sylhet referendum. 56 State Reorganization Act. Assam at that time has a bigger area. Assam, all the 7 sisters except Tripura and Manipur, that means the Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Arunachala, that is the Nifawar part of Assam. 72, afterwards the trifurcation of Assam started. There are historically 1972 or 70s, you remember, beginning 70s. There are 7 districts: Goalpara, Kamrup and Darang, and Lakhimpur and Sivasagar, Sibsagar, Nagaon and Kachar. I have added here Sylhet, sometimes United Cachar Hills, Mikir Hills. So the spatio-temporally, these areas and names can vary, that you keep in mind. Spatio-temporal variation of geopolitical entities. These are the 7 historical districts in 1970s. Goalpara, Kamrup, Darang and Lakhimpur, Sibsagar, Nagaon, Cachar, Meghalaya, here in the East Bengal, Purbi Bengal, that is the Mashriki Bengal, Mymensingh and Dhaka and Comilla and Sylhet and so on. Remember, here you don't see Karbi, Anglong. That means they are part of Sivasagar, the part of Nagaon, part of Kachar. That is the Half-Long region, Dima, Hasao and Dipu and Betalang. So that's why you have to just keep in mind these areas, regions can change historically a little bit. This is again the historical. And I will go over this area and go over the important. And to go hand in hand, I have covered in the part 1. If you have not looked at it, I covered Goalpara, Kamrup, Darang, Lakhimpur, Sibsagar and Nagaon area. And now I have going to this, I call it northern part. Now we have taken the southern part and covering these districts. So the idea is, if you remember, about 250 districts in India, British partition time, that is the 300 districts or so, if you include Rajputana and Malwa and Madhya Bharat and so on, and you will get each 300 districts means 3 taluks means 900 units. Those are the number of the districts now. That is one advantage of knowing them, all historical districts and taluks. We have Garo Hills here. Entire Meghalaya is the Garo region and Khasi region and Jaintia region. So now there are 7 or 8 more districts, North Khasi, East Khasi, West Khasi, like that. We have ignored that for the time being. So he is the Rangpur, the district bigger division. Goalpara used to be part of Rangpur district for a lot of years. This is the Garo. The river Brahmaputra just bends over here because it's a plateau region. So Garo Hills, Tura is the bigger urban center. No Creek is the mountain region. Resu is the, I think there is a Resubari or something. I will show you in the map. That is the railway terminus now. The train comes from that is the Jogigopa and across the river Brahmaputra, Goalpara, and I think Dudna also. Resubara, that is the Garo Hilly region. Next central part is the Khasi Hilly region. That is the Khasi Hills. In fact, the colonial Assam's capital Shillong is like a hill station around about 1700 meters or so. That is less than Simla, that is 22 meters. I just rounded it up. Shillong and Kailas is the one of the peak mountains there, and the famous place Cherrapunji, Masiram, which receives large amount of rainfall, resides on this. Southern portion is called Dauki. That is the Dauki Fault. It's a geological structure. Further south is the Bengal Basin. So Kailash, Shillong and Khasi Hills, Dauki. Here I should have shown the Masaram and Cherrapunji. I have not shown. I will show you elsewhere. The Jaintia Hills. There are also historic Jaintia Kingdom. And Jovai is the now big town. And Jayantipura was their capital. Jayantipur. Now this is not part of Sylhet district in East Bengal, Purbi Bengal, Dauki town there. And historic Sylhet district, Sylhet district, that was the part of British, the Diwani area. They got it and slowly conquered, annexed all this area, later added to Assam. This is the Bengal speaking area actually. And Sylhet has a Sunamganj and Habiganj. There is a typo here, Habiganj, Maulvi Bajar and Karimganj. These are the 4 or 5 taluks. Later, after referendum, Karimganj was added came to Bharat, wherein our leaders surrendered to rest of things to Jinnah's League. And now Kachar, so this is the Kamila districts. Historically, it's called Tipera districts. That is different from princely state of Tripura. That's the Tripura state now. Agartala is the capital. It is also Bengali-speaking province now or state because a lot of after partition cleansing in the Pure Land here, that is the East Pakistan, all the Kafiri people come and settle overnight. That became a Bengali majority area. Remember, the regions or approximations can slightly overlap. This is the Lusha Hilly region that is now called Mizoram. The Manipur princely state and Naga princely state. Now, Kachar district. Kachar is now essentially Silchar region now. Then Hailakandi, Silchar, Kachar, Karimganj, and Badarpur railway junction, Kachar region, and Haflang. There is also a sort of hilly station in Assam. Assam's hilly station is Haflang. After Shillong was given to Meghalaya. Then the Maibang is also historical capital of Kachari kings. Then the Lumding, that is actually in the Kapila Valley, now is in the Hosai district, used to be in the historic Nagaon district, Lumding, Maibang. And here Dimapur, that is actually in Nagaland now, historically in the plain, that is in the Dhansiri, that is South Dhansiri river region of the historic Jorhat district, that is the Golaghat district, historic Sivasagar region. So these are we covered these areas. Essentially, we are telling the same thing. East Karbi Anglong, that is the Mikir region, that is the Dipu, Sandipur, and Fuloni Wildlife Sanctuary, Nambur Wildlife Sanctuary. I will use the Wildlife Sanctuary national park synonymously. Keep in mind, Nambur and Garampani, they overlap with the Golaghat district, the east, that is the Dhansiri River, East Dhansiri River Basin. Northern part, even though it's not there, north of Karbi Anglong is the Kajranga National Park. And in the Kachar region, Badarpur Railway Junction and Hailakandi, Silchar, Lakipur, and Maibang and Haflang and Berail, the Berail mountain range and Berail Wildlife Sanctuary. In the Barak Valley, that is the Surma Valley, Kushiara Valley, Sunamganj and Habiganj, there is a B should not be there. This is a typo. Sylhet and Maulvi Bajar, Karimganj. Kachari Kingdom headquarters was in Jaintia, near Doki. Meghalaya. At Mankachar, Mir Jumla, the Momini conquistador, Islamic imperialism spearhead of Aurangzeb, conquered Assam briefly, and when he was Gargon, that is in the Sivasagar region, Deshang River Valley region, or Burhi, Dihang River Valley region, and he was going back after that and fell severely ill and passed away in Goalpara region, that is the Dhubri district. Now it's called South Salmara or Mankachar region. Mir Jumla passed away in 1663 March. A place called Thakurbari here, Takurarbari, they should be spelling here, that is close to Ampati, between Mankachar and Tura. Garo Hills, Resubari, Khasi Hills, Riboi region, Nangstai region, Shillong. Shillong is 900 meters, the town itself around about 1700 meters or so. Cherrapunji, Maseram. How much rainfall Cherrapunji receives? Very easy to remember. Chennapatnam, remember, on the Coromandel coast or Cholamandalam coast, across the Gangasagar Ocean, 1000 millimeters, if you remember, that's the rainfall. It receives both southwest and northeast monsoons. You remember 1000, we just broadened it. Make 10 times or 11 times, 11,000 millimeters or 100 centimeters, that means 1000 centimeters. 10 times, if you take the whatever rainfall Madras city Chennapatnam receives, make it 10 or 11 times, that is the average rainfall Cherrapunji receives, that is also sometimes called Masinram. Sometimes it even can get more. Certain years, like 1861, it got 26,000 millimeters, 26 times than Chennapatnam, Madras Patnam, an average 11 times. So you can remember that one in general. You get a broader idea. I have given both of them here. The Goalpara, Kamrup, Darang, Lakhimpur, Sivasagar, Nagaon we discussed, and Garo, Khasi, Jaintia, Kachar, Sylhet region. Here I should have mentioned Kachar is there, yeah, Kachar. So that's also include the Haflang, that is the Mahaso modern region. So this is the Mir Jumla's Dargah. You can see this Muslim conquistador Mir Jumla, spearhead of Islamic imperialism, and he was the very popular general, Sipahi Salar, and wafadar of Aurangzeb, Mughal ruler. And after defeating his brother Suja, he made the governor Subadar of Bengal Suba, and later he mounted a major attack and defeated and temporarily occupied Gargaon. That is the capital of Ahom Rajas, Swargadev Ahom Rajas, and won it and was coming back here. Again, you remember physiography very easy. They won't come back here because at that time it's very hard to climb the mountain. There was no roads. So took Brahmaputra road. He passed away near Mankachar. That is on the Jinjiram river. The town is between the Mankachar and Tura. It's Tura, Mankachar. Takurar Bari is the name of the town. So Takurar Bari, you can see Takurar Bari. So we can say at that time it's a border between, we can count either way, Meghalaya or in the South Salmara or the older Dubri district or older Goalpara district's border. So, and his mausoleum resides there. See, when the southwest monsoon comes here, and it's the only place because of Purbanjal mountains and here Rajmal hilly area, this is the only area when it hits Bengal branch, it's a very big hilly area plateau, so it dumps heavy amount of rainfall. That's why Cherrapunji Masaram receives 11 times more than Channapatna, Madras. Madras itself receives good rainfall. 1000 millimeters is a very, very good rainfall. Compare Jaisalmer, one of the driest district, maybe 250 millimeters, are the same like Kachar region of Gujarat, that is also around about 250-300 millimeters. That means you can compare that to 1000 millimeters of Madras. 11 times more than Chile is the largest rainfall receiving place on the planet Earth. That's why it receives that amount of rainfall. So this is the Mankachar. He passed away close to Mankachar and Tura here, somewhere here. So Bet Singh is the Tukrar Bari village. The historic regions here, Jaintipur, the capital of Jaintia kingdom, Maibang was the capital of Kachari is here. This is close to Haflang. And here they have not shown Dauki. And Cherrapunji used to be for some time British headquarters. Army used to be stationed there, rulers. And Dimapur here and Gauhati. So the historic, the district Goalpara, Kamrup, Darang, Nagaon, Lakhimpur, Sivasagar, we covered here Garo Hills and Khasi, Jaintia Hills, Sylhet region and Cachar. This part we covered. Adjoining Mymensingh and Dakeshwari. James Runnell, that's the father of Indian geography. And Mir Jumla, he was the general. He was the prominent general, also used to be the Diwan, chief minister, wazir of Golconda Nawabs, whom he rebelled and joined the Mughal service. So here they say he passed away March 30, 1663 near Mankachar, that is the Dhubri region, South Salmara district of historic Goalpara district. I will show you the Dauki. Dauki fault is the very important Dauki. Dauki Meghalaya. It's spelled sometimes different. That's the Dauki. There is also river goes there. It's near Jaintipur actually, the historic Jaintia kingdom's capital. You can see Jaintipur there. And Jaflong is a town, that's tourist place there. It is in the Sylhet basin. Jaintipur and Dauki. That is you can see the mountains rising there, Dauki river also. So Dauki. So that's the fault. That's the escarpment, Meghalaya escarpment falls. And Shillong, somewhere here, that Masaram, because from Sylhet to and Shillong road to Gauhati there. This region was conquered and annexed to the Ahom's kingdom during the time of Swargadev Dihingya Raja, that is Shuhung Mung, who was a contemporary of Maharana Sangha, who fought the Kanwa battle against the Islamic imperialism spearheaded by Central Asian invader Babur. Is the contemporary. Suhung Mung is one of the great ruler of Assam, Ahom's Raja, who he defeated the Bengal Nawabs and drove them until Karatoya River. He conquered this area and annexed a lot of territories, Dimapur. So later the capital they moved to Maybang and eventually to Kashipur and so on. So Chirapunji, Mizoram. You can see the wettest place on the earth, Mizoram. How much rain it receives. You see they have putting at that an average, remember it can vary, 11,000 something. Some years even it can receive more. Elevation is 1430 meters above mean sea level. So that's broadly we discussed today on the districts, old districts, part 2. And next we'll look at the physiographic region called Barak River Gorge Defile Canyon region. Mitranam, if you like these presentations, you can post your comments or any suggestions and anything you want to say. And see you later, Mitrulara Bandhulara, in next presentation. Your presenter, Dr. J. Reddy, South Asia Maps, Jogari, Tirupati Reddy.